medicine is vital in this pandemic. However, restrictions on exporting medical supplies for domestic use hindered the global health recovery. India suggests sharing and cooperate in medical sector with harmony of nations. Call for solidarity among nations is also important in the context of this pandemic. Participating in economic assistance to nations which are having difficulty to recover from economic crisis is essential. India sincerely hopes hearts and minds of all nations to be in same direction. Through multilateral dialogue,
Delegate, you have 30 seconds remaining. Please come to your closing remarks.
under the spirit of United Nations, we can promote prosperity. With responsibility, India is ready to be a community member of internationally and contribute to solution of global tragedy and health crisis. Thank you.
Thank you, the delegate of India. Please take your seat. Now, the delegate of Iran, please approach to the podium. You may begin when you're ready.
Honorable Chair, fellow delegates, my name is Joshua, and I'm here alongside Honorable Yang Jiang as members of the state of Iran. Now, with the spread of coronavirus, so many countries have closed their borders initially, and that begs the question: is it time for the world to stop or rather slow down globalization? Now, in order to find out the answer to that question, this presentation is going to go in the order of the structure of the state. Now, we as the state of Iran, we believe that our foreign policy in terms of economic development and diplomatic missions are influenced by a number of factors that we deal with. And one of those factors is our location in the world. We are situated in the Middle East, a region that for many years, or rather since the beginning of time, has not had proper food production. And this region has also had many wars in the past 50 years as compared to other regions of the world. Another reality that Iran is dealing with is we've had a number of research come out and prove or rather suggest that the state of Iran alongside Pakistan and Iraq are among some of the most hated countries in the world. Now, as the state of Iran, when we see these kind of figures, we think that we need to develop policies that protect our country and the region that we live in. And the third factor that is of concern to our nation is Iran is endowed with a lot of oil and natural gas. And over the years, we've been relying on rapid globalization to be able to sell our products to other countries around the world. And when we do that, we see great interaction between the central countries and the citizens of our country and the countries that we do business with. So, we'd like to see the gains of that globalization. And one of the ways we is to keep on opening more diplomatic missions.
Delegate, you have 30 seconds remaining. Please come to your closing remarks.
And but now, when doing this, we are faced with one of the biggest challenges at this moment, and that is the COVID-19. So, how do we go about that? As a state, we think that applying globalization at this point in time to keep our systems running as countries is vital, and we have all the issues to do that. And finally, so is it time for the world to end globalization at this time? As a country, we think no. The answer to that question is no.
Delegate, your time has been passed. Please return to your seat.
Thank you so much.
Now, the delegate of Italy, please approach to the podium. You have the floor. You may begin when you're ready.
Honored chairs and fellow delegates, it's great for him to get a chance to be in this meaningful conference. COVID-19, globalization, and deglobalization is something we hear about every day, especially in the year of 2020. Since the beginning of the year, we realized the ruthless and devastating results that have already been caused by the pandemic virus. This precarious situation creates an illusion that its states should prevent the spread of virus only themselves by national controlling such as quarantine instead of cooperation involved. In this regard, this delegate would like to briefly introduce those three kinds of factors to present his stances for this conference. Until yesterday, the confirmed cases of COVID-19 in Italy have reached 250,103 people with 14.7% of death rates. The cases were dramatically increased during late February and early March, but the proliferation has comparatively stabilized since June. However, we are still in danger since about 300 people on average are infected every day in our nation, Italy. When the situation was aggravated on early March, national lockdown was lifted. However, from 3rd June, regional traveling was allowed again as the number of confirmed cases decreases. Our nation, Italy, is carrying out a relaunch decree to restore domestic society as a whole. Italy's position during the whole conference can be articulated to the convention. 26 European states agreed to minimize the border system for convenience. In other words, Italy has pursued cooperation. As mentioned, national quarantine was provisional expedient. Italy has already reopened our frontier and is welcoming visitors under rigorous inspecting procedures. During the whole conference, Italy would like to state that he is willing to pursue animated discussion for the renaissance of globalization, not of deglobalization, which can be seen in certain states' current policies.
Thank you, Delegate. You have 40 seconds left. How would you like to manage your yielding time?
Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Delegate. Please take your seat. Now, the delegate of Japan, please approach to the podium. You may begin when you're ready. Could the staff help the delegate, please? Delegate of Japan, you have 3 minutes. You may begin when you're ready.
Thank you, honorable chairs and distinguished delegates. It is a great honor to take part in this committee to discuss the preparations for the post-COVID-19 world. In today's society where traveling is facilitated, so that the virus found it easy to move from one continent to another. Since the COVID-19 was first identified in December 2019 in Wuhan, China, the virus rapidly spread throughout the world, threatening the health of people and triggering major social and economic concerns. Japan was no exception. It was actually one of the first nations where cases of COVID-19 were identified, and it had give up Tokyo Olympics as a result. However, as the statistics say, Japan has been maintaining a relatively low number of cases and death rate, thus making it clear that Japan has been successfully dealing with the virus. Japan has devised pragmatic and effective countermeasures from the very beginning of the outbreak based on rigorous contact tracing, focusing on potential and identified clusters to avoid super spreaders. It also developed pragmatic testing methods based on scientific understanding of the virus itself. Japan has also been concerned with reinvigorating the economy on the domestic level. The economic stimulus packages to support. On today's conference, this delegate believes that we should focus on two major points of the agenda: mitigation and preparation for the post